What a day. It's gorgeous. And look at our house. It's really getting there, isn't it? Nearly finished. Just little bits and pieces like this wall to get done. And that'll be her finally done. Anyway, today we got a couple of farms. I'm really hoping we can do an update on the cow that had the explosive, and it really was explosive, abscess. Because yeah, she was doing really well on the last update, so it'd be good to see if that... It'd be good to see if that... It'd be good to see if that progress has continued. This is the Hoof GP.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
Oh, it really, really is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. It really is. Oh, look! Kevin got a new car. I didn't realise he had it with him. Look at that. Nice. Look at the Reggie plate. Everything cows around here. You like it?
Yeah, that's good.
A man of few words. Right, let's get to the first farm and see what the crack is there. Just like that, we're at the first farm. Actually, we've nearly finished trimming, to be honest, but everything's gone so smoothly. There's nothing wrong with any of the feet. There's nothing abnormal. But I did want to show you this cow. This cow has been on this farm for about 9 years. Somewhere between 8 and 9 years. The average lifespan of a domesticated dairy cow is about 6.5 years usually. This cow's older than most. I remember Freeze ran her, so I used to put numbers on their bums, and I just wanted to tell you that she is close to 9 years old probably before I show you her. She's affectionately known as Bent Face for obvious reasons. This isn't an accident or anything like that. This would have happened in the womb. She's obviously got a deformity, but it doesn't seem to affect her in any way, apart from she salivates a little bit more than most cows, but she seems to feed, she seems to walk around, milk, calve, everything absolutely perfectly, so there's no reason not to have this cow. This isn't something that will be in her genetics. It'll have been something that's happened in the womb, and I quite like her, to be honest. She's a nice cow. The world would be a boring place if we all looked the same. Anyway, on to farm number 2. Just like that, we are already at the next farm. And we have got a progress update on this little heifer here. For those of you who haven't seen this little darling, here's what we found when we first met this heifer. She was incredibly lame. And by incredibly lame, I mean as lame as you could possibly be. She did not want to touch the ground with her hoof. This front right foot was obviously infected. We got her in the crush, we lifted that front right foot and began the trim. It wasn't long until this little black dot appeared, and we knew that was a sign of where the infection was. After a few delicate swipes of the knife, this happened. Explosive to say the least, but that wasn't the end. Where there's pus, there's a cavity. That pus must be within a compartment within the hoof. So we kept trimming and uncovered one of the largest cavities we've ever had on this channel. By the time we'd finished, this was the state of her hoof. I was really happy with this trim, to be honest. It was extreme, but we got rid of that cavity completely. We applied a block, applied a bandage, and her pain levels would have been greatly reduced. We let her go, but couldn't really see the fruits of her labour because she was walking on straw, which was the perfect place for her to be for her recuperation. Anyway, fast forward a couple of weeks, 9 days actually, it wasn't a couple of weeks. I was wrong when I said that the first time. And this is how her foot was looking on the second visit. As you can see, she was walking much better. We got her into the crush, and this is what we found. Once we got it cleaned up, obviously it was not completely healed, but that TP block was still being held firmly in place by BoviBond, and her foot had healed a lot. It was well on the way to recovery, but she still had some way to go. We cleaned it up, we were very delicate, removed some of the remaining detached hoof horn, because when you get regrowth, you always, or usually always, sometimes the hoof doesn't grow in perfectly. So we removed that imperfect hoof horn, and this is what we were left with on that second visit. Now, here she is today, for visit number 3, and hopefully, she has fully healed. Right, anyway, this is how she's walking today. Let's get her in the crush and see the fruits of our labour. This is Kenzie. Kenzie's here today to see the Hoof GP. Random, but hey ho. How do you think she's walking then, Kenzie?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Not beautiful. Anyway, we'll get her in the crush in a second and see how her fruit really is. And this is my beautiful niece, and she has a message for you all.
Subscribe to the Hoof GP.
Yes, as Carmel says, subscribe to the Hoof GP. This is Kenzie, young Hoof GP in the making, putting on his first block. Yeah, that's you, go for it, Kenzie. Yeah, that's it. Now just give it a wee wiggle like that, and then you have to hold it in place and count to 20. And just like that, the magic of YouTube, she's in the race and clearly rearing to go. Carmel has just revealed the best secret ever. Look at that t-shirt. She's shy, aren't you, Carmel? You're not shy?
It's what we choose to be. Fire, breath, and open sky. It's not what we know. It's where we go. I grow wings and tell her goodbye. It's not what we see. It's what we choose to be.
Just magically clean this up like that. If you flash up the very first trim, we can see this area is completely exposed. This is where the proper heart of the infection was. And now if we look at the second trim, you can see that the whole foot is starting to heal. But this area here is still red raw and open. And in that last visit, I told you guys that I was hoping by the next visit, it would have closed in and completely healed up. Now if I ask Kenzie what the results are like, let's see what he says. What are you thinking then?
Probably gotten a little better. Just a little.
A little better, says Kenzie. Need to try harder. I'm of a different opinion. I think it has pretty much completely healed, but we're gonna go, in fact it hasn't. I'm looking at it now and I can see it hasn't. So this part has completely healed. This part is slightly open and raw. Editing this video reminds me of why I love the KVK so much. Just look at how delicately I'm grinding at her foot. I'm only able to do that because she's not moving her foot in any way, and that is down to the KVK. Despite realising that her hoof has not 100% healed, let me know in the comments whether you agree or not that the improvement is absolutely vast. This is what inspires me as a hoof trimmer and keeps me going. Imagine being able to bring this level of comfort back to an animal who was critically lame just 4 weeks ago. Her road has not reached its destination yet, and unfortunately, we will never get to find out whether or not she makes that complete recovery. And I'll tell you why soon. During this trim, you'll see me scratching away at the surface of her hoof horn. I'm not trying to remove any hoof horn. All I'm doing is making sure that what I'm scratching away at isn't a crack that could develop and materialise into a real problem. I feel like I'm holding my breath and being as delicate as I can. One slip of the knife, one overzealous swipe, and we'll undo a lot of the good work already done here. So if we look here, this has completely healed. There's no pain there whatsoever. But this has a little tiny spot of digital dermatitis affecting it. As a whole, this is a seriously good result. I'm really happy with it. Just need to check this is still really well attached, which it is. And get Kenzie to spray it with Repoderma to clear up the rest of that digital dermatitis. You okay doing that?
Yeah.
Right, just spray the whole foot. Especially up here. Right, go. Yeah, loads of it, loads of it. And that should be her completely out of the woods. Now unfortunately you won't see any more updates from this little cow because she is going away to another farm to live out her milking career there. There's a different hoof trimmer who works there who is a fantastic hoof trimmer and he will keep her moving forward. The farm that we're at today is a kind of centralised farm where lots of different cows from different farms around, all owned by the same person, come. Sometimes they'll fix their feet and they'll go out to different farms, or sometimes they'll be sold off through the market or whatever. Sometimes they're milked. Anyway guys, that was a really positive outcome. And this was the Hoof GP. Catch you later folks, bye bye.
Bye.
He had to replay that because he actually did fall over, but yeah, the second one looked fake, but the first one was real.